So, good evening, parents and guardians of the 2022 Summer Day Camp programs. This meeting is being recorded just so I can let everyone know, and we would continue to ask you to keep your phones muted and your video off. We appreciate that you are entrusting our staff with your most precious gift, your children. My name is LaWanda Curry. I am the Community Center District Manager for the 7 centers that offer summer day camps. The purpose of tonight's meeting is just to provide you parents and guardians with information, general information about our summer camp programs, and to build trust with you and our staff as we move forward with a very prosperous, fun, and safe summer. Just a reminder, everything that we are discussing this evening is found in the Parent Handbook, which can be found on our website at www.greenvillerec.com. If you are not familiar with the people who are in charge of your summer camp, I would just like to introduce their names to you. We will be having a drop-in tomorrow, Friday, June the 3rd, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. if you have not seen the site and if you want to have an opportunity to bring your children by and see the location. The center leadership staff are as follows. For Brutontown Community Center, it's Jenny Stewart and Aaliyah Brown. For Freetown Center, it's Brooklyn Croft and Shamaya McKinney. For Mount Pleasant Community Center, it's Angela Johnson and Asaya Fuller. For Phyllis Wheatley, it's Tamara Cooley and Jarvis Reynolds. For Slater Hall, it's Zachary Durling and Samitra Duck. Staunton Bridge Community Center, sorry about that, Latarsha, Miss Latarsha Dixon and Shayna McKinney. For Sterling Community Center, it's Paulette Brooks and Miss Ida Casey. And for those of you that have teenagers in our teen leadership camps, the Mount Pleasant Teen Leadership Camp Director is Mr. Rondi Hackett, and the Sterling Teen Camp Director is Miss Talia Richardson. And also, Miss April Jackson is our summer camp coordinator who deals with our transportation, our program partners, and our food program. So those are the staff members just by name if you have not seen them. Hopefully by next week you will get to meet everyone. Again, if your phone is not muted, could you please take this opportunity to mute? Some names are not showing up, so please mute your phone.
Yo te voy a ayudar.
I'm sorry, the information says IROVLJ. You are not muted. Okay, thank you. I didn't know I had that capability. So those are the staff, and next week you will get to meet the remainder of our staff, our daily counselors. But I would like for you to know about all of our counselors and actually all of our staff. We are CPR, first aid, and AED certified. We are partners in prevention with Stewards of Children Darkness to Light program, which is recognition and reporting of child abuse, whether it's sexual or physical. And there's a component of youth mental health that has been taught to us. We are also trained with the County of Greenville and OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, center safety protocols. And then if we are transporting children, they will always be transported in county vehicles, which are usually our big buses. But all of those who drive have gone through the AAA driver improvement certification. And we've had other various trainings this week in programming, professionalism, and our policies and procedures. So we feel like we have a good staff that understand that it is about the children this summer, their safety, and their ability to have a good time. Our mission and our goals. Our mission for Greenville County recreation is to enhance the quality of life in Greenville County through the provision of parks, facilities, and recreation services that promote the health and well-being of our people, our community, our environment, and our economy. Our goals for this summer are: number one, provide a safe, healthy, and nurturing environment for all participants, including campers, parents or guardians, and our staff. Number two is to provide a well-rounded variety of activities and events that support physical, mental, and social development for all of our campers. And three, finally, to create positive interactions and build lasting relationships among staff, campers, family, and the community. That is what our camp is all about, those relationships. So, at this time, before I move on, I just want you to make sure you understand. Please ask questions in the chat. Any questions you may have, someone will be answering them, or I will refer back to them at the end of the presentation. But please feel free to put any questions you have along the way in the chat. Okay, so our camp, just the camp overview, our motto, and you'll probably hear your kids say it, you'll hear staff say it, but our motto is run, jump, play. Our goal is to try to make sure that when you drop your child off in the morning and by the time you pick them up, they've had so much fun. All you have to do is take them home, feed them, bathe them, and they go to bed ready for the next day. Camp operates Monday through Fridays from June 6th to August 5th. It's a 9-week program. Staff will open the facility each day at 7:30 a.m. for drop-off, and programming begins at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what we're saying is from 7:30 to almost 9, drop off at your leisure, but we would encourage you, please have your kids at camp by 9 a.m. That is when our guest speakers will arrive. We will start doing our arts programs. We'll do STEM projects. We'll start games and activities. So please try to have your kids at camp before 9 a.m. All activities will usually end around 5 p.m. and that last hour is for you to pick up. We'll still be doing activities, games, and things, but generally between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. are the heart and soul of the summer camp program. Campers will again participate in a variety of activities, games. We have guest speakers that will be coming in. We will have our weekly field trips and much more during the course of the summer. The centers will have you, if you don't pick them up tomorrow, but definitely on Monday. Each center has a programmatic calendar that will tell you the activities of the day, the schedule, when the field trips are. So please make sure you talk to your leadership team at your camp and get a copy of the calendar. Every day we will provide lunch and an afternoon snack. You will also have access to those calendars so that you can see if your child has any food allergies or if it's just a particular day you'd like to send their own meal. But it is a nutritious meal. The funding and the program comes through the the federal funds from the USDA. It's the Summer Camp Food Service Program. So we are a partner in that program, which provides the daily meals. And just a reminder, as I said, camp is from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Campers must be picked up before 6 p.m. each day, or you will incur a $1 per minute late fee. And we use the center clock or our cell phones, which have the universal time. So even though your car clock may say it's only 5:58, our center says 6:02, then you are late. So please talk with your center about the timing. No, we do not provide breakfast. We encourage you to make sure that your child eats or has some kind of breakfast snack. If you need to bring it, we have areas usually that they will be able to eat when you drop them off. We just encourage you to try to feed them at home before they come. The USDA program only allows for 2 meals a day, so we have chosen lunch and afternoon snack. I mentioned the field trips, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But yes, normally it will be the same day each week. However, depending on programming, there are some days I know that swim days or water park visit days have been changed around. So you will get all of that scheduling from your site managers.
Okay, I'm going on every week. Every day. Every week.
Okay. All right. So, in terms of our parent handbook, one of the things over the past 2 years, you all know everybody has battled the COVID, the pandemic. There are some things that we have maintained. One of them, of course, is that masks are optional for campers and for counselors. They are not mandated. But please, if you are comfortable and would like for your staff member, your child to wear a mask, please feel free to send them with the mask, but they are not required. Masks are optional also, as I said, for staff, except at meal service time. While we are serving meals, our staff will be in masks. And we will continue throughout today, before, during, and after activities, cleaning equipment, spaces. So we want to continue to keep our children, our campers safe. And so we will continue to do thorough cleaning throughout the day at every site. We will also have hand washing stations and take hand washing breaks throughout the day. If your child has medical issues, please, if your child has a fever or displays any signs of illness, please do not send them to camp. Keep them at home for their safety and for the safety of others. If they have a fever, they must be fever free for 24 hours to return to camp. If your child gets ill while at camp, we will contact you immediately if necessary, so that they can be picked up, depending again on what the illness is. Um, it, and if your child takes any medications, required medications they'll need to take while they're with us during the day, you need to see your center manager or camp director, who are the people authorized to give medication out during the summer. They will have all the necessary paperwork and go over you the protocols of leaving that medicine for the week. So please contact and make sure you talk with them on the first day if you've not already talked through to them during the registration cycle. And at any time, our staff has been trained that if it is a serious injury or illness and it requires us, for our conscience and for the safety and well-being of your child, to call 911, we will do so. We will do our best to get in touch with you, but if the medical personnel says that this child needs to get to the hospital immediately, then we will send your child and still continue to contact you and let you know where they are. In the event that a parent cannot be contacted in time enough, a staff member will follow the ambulance to the hospital, so we will not leave the child unattended until someone arrives from the family. So please, any questions you have about those protocols, see your center manager or camp directors. All of the program and activity supplies will be provided by Greenville County Rec. So any balls, any art projects, anything needed for camp will be provided. However, there are things that we ask and require of parents. We have kept the storage crate they worked wonderful during the pandemic, but those mini crates that you can buy at Walmart or anywhere, you can use a small waste basket, you can use a small laundry basket, but something that your child can put their personal belongings in. And the things we like to keep in, at least for the week, are the water bottle. Your child needs to have a water bottle so that they can throughout the day rehydrate, keep hydrated, and it needs to be labeled with their name. Please provide the aerosol or spray form of sunscreen that your child will keep in their crate. So each week, for safety reasons, the child can spray themselves or we can help spray them. But we don't do lotions or anything because we don't want to put our hands on your children, and we don't want other children putting their hands on your children. So please purchase the spray or aerosol sunscreen. Please send a blanket or a towel. We do a lot of meditation time where we turn off the lights, let the kids just take a break, rest, relax. If they don't want to take a small nap, we encourage you to send a book with them to keep in their crate so that they can read during that time, or we have books available. And then they need to keep a hat or a cap so that we are a summer day camp. So there are periodic times throughout the day that we will take the children outside to get fresh air and do activities outside. So we want to keep them protected with the sunscreen and also with the hats. And this year, please, on the first day of camp, when you send their crate or whatever, please send at least one pair of socks. If there's a rain out for the water park days, and if they just choose to take a field trip to the pavilion, we have to have socks. So it's probably best if you go ahead and let them keep a pair of socks. They may not use it for the summer. Hopefully we won't get rained out many days. But if they do, they have to have socks. We will go to the pavilion and there's an indoor clown bounce and you have to have on socks. So please, please, please add those socks this year. Please send book bags on water park days with their towel, with their bathing suits, with whatever they need for that field trip day. Because if you send the clothes and you send the towels and stuff, we want to make sure everything gets put back in that bag and that bag comes home. So please, please, please make sure they have book bags or carry bags on water park days. Again, I've already told you about that lunch and snack are provided. If you send personal lunches with your children because of dietary restrictions, please make sure that they are disposable and do not require refrigeration or heating. So we won't have access to a refrigerator or a microwave. And please, no commercial food. We are partners with Live Well Greenville. We promote healthy eating, healthy living. So please don't send commercial food. Please try to send healthy options with your child. Some additional discussion items. Camp attire. Your child will be receiving a camper shirt that we generally wear on field trip days so that we can keep them together and know who belongs to whom. Please write the names inside of the shirt. Please, if you can, because a lot of kids lose them. We don't know who they belong to, but if we can see the name inside, we will return it. Every day should be comfortable clothes, t-shirts, shorts, and athletic shoes, closed-toes athletic shoes. Please don't send your kids in flip-flops, sandals, Crocs. If you do send the sandals or the flip-flops, send them only on pool day so that they can change. But during the rest of the week, we are running, jumping, playing. Swim attire, please make sure girls are in tankinis or one piece. Boys or girls can wear swim shorts, but they need with the drawstring. Make sure they are actual swim shorts, not just gym shorts that they wear in the pool. They have to be actual swim shorts. That is rules and regulations from our water parks. Again, transportation, we will transport on field days. What we do ask is at water parks, or if we were to go to movies or something that require or that has concessions, please, 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 your child needs to be responsible enough to keep up with their money. We do not encourage staff to hold money for people. They can buy stuff at the concession, but that will be on them to keep up with their money. You can talk with your center managers about that. We do have programming partners and volunteers that come in throughout the summer. They have been thoroughly background checked, and they are never left alone without staff with our children. So just be aware that those program partners and volunteers will be part of our participation. Valuables need to be left at home, except for field trip day with concessions. Kids shouldn't have money. They shouldn't have their personal electronics. They shouldn't bring anything of value from home. We will have everything they need to get through the day and have a wonderful time. There is an exception to the electronic rule. The teen program, because we don't have laptops, Some of the programming that we set up for the teenagers will require them to have that access. So on those specific designated days, the teen camps will be allowed to bring their cell phone, but for those specific days. Please see those managers about that information. Each Friday, please check with the manager as you pick up. We will have a weekly lost and found basket area. So if you're missing something, please check with the managers. If not, again, we will try to return stuff. If it's leftover time, we usually take stuff to Goodwill, donate, and sometimes we do just toss it. Communication this summer, as always, will be key to a safe, productive summer. So please, anytime you have questions, anytime you have concerns, anytime you just want to know anything, please contact your center manager, your center leadership, your camp directors. They will on Monday give you some kind of handout that has, if it's not, it's in the handbook, but it has the center number. I think the manager's email addresses, no, they're not in the book, but the manager's email addresses, please get all that information from your site. You can contact us anytime and we will respond to your inquiries. We just want to make sure we have, again, a successful summer, but that's going to be with our staff and you, the parents and guardians, working together. We do have a text program that will only be used for big announcements or emergencies. That information will be available in a handout on Monday, starting Monday. You can sign up for it. You can opt in and out at any time. But again, it'll just be reminders that don't forget the socks on this day, or that morning we'll tell you it's a rain out, we will not be going. So it's only going to be major. It won't be minute, constant text. It'll only be for a major announcement that we need to get out quickly to all parents. So please sign up, and it's only for your site. So all of Brutontown parents will have a code that texts will only be sent to that specific center, as with all of the others. Again, as I remind you, please keep your information updated. If your email, your phone number, your address, your pickup list, who can and cannot pick up your child changes, keep that information updated with your site managers as soon as you change it. We need to be able to know how to get in touch with you. Again, there's a drop-in tomorrow from 2 to 4 at all 7 sites. I hope that all of you can take advantage to run by, meet staff quickly, just kind of see the locations if you haven't. And again, if you have any questions and needs during the summer, please call your center manager, your camp director, or ask camp staff. We will do our best to get you any answers that you need or to help you. So at this time, are there any questions? I will scroll the chat to make sure everybody has. If you had a question, again, this is just the core stuff we wanted to make sure we said to you. There are a lot of other things in the handbook. I hope you've all had a chance to go through and read it. If not, please ask your center manager any questions you will have. So let me just take a look. Would you mind did that. What was time for the drop-in? Again, tomorrow, 2 to 4 at each of the 7 centers. Someone will be there to greet you, show you around, answer some questions. A leadership person should be there. Are the staff trained in the Heimlich maneuver in case of choking? That is part of the first aid training that we're taught. So that is, we learned about choking, we learned about, heat strokes. All of that is part of that CPR, AED, and first aid training. Thank you. Great questions. The drop-in interview this. Yes, 2 to 4 tomorrow. Thank you. We're trained. Do you allow phones for teens? Again, it is on specific days that they will have electronic needs. We are focusing heavily on some social media stuff, some electronic technology stuff. But again, the calendar and the managers will let you know what days and how often they can bring. But it is for the teens because there is specific programming technology based for the teens, and we need them to have phones to have access. Yes, the field trips are usually the weekly water park visit is generally on the same day each week unless there's a holiday or, again, like I said, specific programming that hinders them from going on that day. It would be moved, but you'll get that in your monthly calendar. No breakfast. Yes, we have some other field trips that we're working on. They will vary. They will not be, of course, on the same day as swim day, but you may get another one sooner than that. I mean, within that. So again, the calendars will be provided to you by the center managers beginning on Monday. You'll get actual handheld calendars. We encourage you to keep them on your refrigerator, but we will work to get them also on our website with our IT. And yes, if your child is absent at any time, just give us a heads up and let us know. Are crates for teens? Yes, they can have their crates. I don't think the teens bring as much, but ask your teen leaders. The crates were primarily for the elementary camps. Um, yes, please look up the phone numbers in the handbook and call the center to start getting the email addresses if you can't wait till Monday. But I know the managers will be giving you all of that information on Mondays. Can you relay the boy-girl ratio for teams? Without looking at the roster, I don't know how many girls, how many boys are at the teen programs. You can find that out from that site. And yes, every camper that's registered in the program will get a camper t-shirt. For the crate, if you'll talk to your manager, again, just a towel. They need to bring a water bottle and definitely spray and aerosol sunscreen and a hat. Those are the majors. If you send food, it needs to be where it does not have to or require refrigeration or warming. So we will not have access to the microwave or refrigerator. So you need to pack your lunch bag, however, to hold whatever you're going to send. Yes, I'm sorry. I probably glanced over that somewhere. Sign out procedures. The first week, actually every day of camp, whoever signs the child out at the end of the day needs to be prepared to show ID. So if you are the parent and you have other people picking up your children, you need to pass this message along. They need to have ID. If they do not have ID, legally we are not supposed to release that child to anybody. They have to be on your pickup list and they have to show ID, and staff are supposed to be checking every day. So please make sure people know, bring your ID. This is a safety issue. So we know it's inconvenient. Oh, I left my pocketbook in the car. Walk back to the car, get your ID, and come back and sign out. But managers will tell you about their sign out procedures. Drop off, you just make sure a staff member is there to see you. So you see the child walk into the building and we wave at you. But sign out, everybody has to sign out at the end of every day. Yes, socks and sunblock. Yeah, we lay down on meditation blankets and towels. Yes, do the crate. No, we have water. Yes, if anybody wants to donate water, you are more than welcome to donate water to your site. But we have water fountains, but we have the kind that you use the water bottle, so the no contact. And the basket doesn't need to be as big, just enough to reach keep those items in it. So it doesn't need to be huge. Please don't get something really big. I was talking about those little 4x4 crates you can get things in. Is tomorrow the only day you can come by? That's the only day we'll be available just to randomly drop in. Once camp starts, if you're planning to drop by and visit, you need to let the manager know, because parents, for other than pickup, you are treated like a guest. We need to know who's coming in our building. We need to know when, and somebody needs to be aware of it. So please let our manager know if you need to stop by during time. Yes, every time you pick up and take your child, you need to sign in, sign out. We do have kids that leave for doctor's appointments and come back. We have kids that sometimes go to another program for the morning or summer school, and then they come to us. So you just need to follow procedures when you check in and check out. Yes, kids are generally separated by age group. Again, it depends. If we got 45 kids and 30 of them are between the ages of 6 and 7, then they're going to be trickled down even further. So managers will take care of all of that. So yes, they are typically, and because of the activities and the guests and the different trainings, we generally have them by age groups or at least grades. If your child has an allergy to spray sunscreen, then get them the lotion. Just kind of work with them on how to put it on themselves. If we have to, we will have two managers watch, and we will hit the general areas of the arms, legs, body, back. But we will be very mindful of that. So yes, but we encourage the aerosol just because it's easier, it's no contact. So we try not to put your child or our staff in any positions of uncomfortableness for either of them. And yes, I said 4x4, but that's because I'm just thinking of a cube. They may be 12x12. I just know they're the little black crates. Now you can get them in blue and colors, and it's got little holes around them. But again, you can also use a laundry basket. All right, managers, anybody? Did I miss any questions? We got exactly 3 minutes before my Zoom time runs out. All right, if I don't, You need to advise if your child is going on vacation for a week, if your child is going to just be gone for an extended amount of time, even just for one day, just let the center manager, the camp director, someone know so that we can write it down and not know that we're expecting and wondering why they're not there. So just let your staff know. And we will make sure that, we mark them out and wait for them to come back. So yeah. Again, you guys have paid for the entire summer, which is the entire 9 weeks. So, if you're there, we're going to do summer camp. If you don't, we will keep moving. But you've already paid for that spot. That spot will not be taken from you just because you go on vacation for a week or you do something else. But we would encourage, if you're not on vacation or something, please bring your child to camp. They are going to have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. I see somebody said no glass bottles. Yeah, everything needs to be plastic. So if you send, bottled water or something, make sure everything's as plastic. Yes, there's transportation. Whenever we move the children off site, they will always be in a vehicle owned and operated by Greenville County. Yes, each center usually has some extra sunscreen. We don't carry extra socks and hats normally. So please make sure that you send a couple to put in the crate, and we'll help keep up with them from you. All right. I hope this has been informative. I hope it's a great start. I hope you all feel the excitement we have. Summer is here. I know there's one more day of school, but summer camp is here. We are ready, and we will be smiling, waving at you on Monday morning beginning at 7:30. Thank you all for taking the time to be with us this evening to hear this. And again, we are always available. I'm LaWanda Curry, the Center District Manager. My access information is on the website. It's in the book. But I do encourage you, always start with your camp director because they will be the most knowledgeable to what you need to know. Thank you. Have a great evening, a great weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.